A very good evening and welcome to AW Services. So a little video on cameras and filming equipment. I've had many comments and questions on what cameras are best, how would you film this, how would you film that. Many people wanting to start making and producing YouTube videos and creating YouTube content. It's not all about being the next big ego massaging influencer. It's about sharing the things that you enjoy or the work that you do. So basically there are many cameras on the market you can use and you don't have to use tens of thousands of pounds worth of equipment. Some of the best cameras I've ever used are GoPros. They've been around for many years now and I think they're up to the GoPro Hero 9 or 10. However, lots of functions, lots of features, image stabilization, but a lot of faults also with false recording of data, batteries going faulty, cameras not turning on and off. So it's good if you want the new and latest camera. It's always good to leave it a little bit longer so they've been around, they've been established, the bug fixes, the software has been released and so on. But this video isn't about sound and audio recording, it's purely about image capture for video and photo. So I'll try to make it as short and as fluid as I can, and just to show for the purposes of the video, I'm actually filming this on a Samsung S9 Galaxy. So cameras I use a lot. A very good camera is the Sony DSC-HX60. It's a 20 or 24 megapixel sensor, very good video, very good audio capture, and very good zoom with autofocus. These at the moment are around, I would say, 199 Great British pounds on Amazon. There are a lot of them second hand. However, I would never recommend buying a second hand camera. Always try to buy new and something that has a warranty, because it is a big sizable investment if you want to do video. But this camera I've used quite a lot recently for video, and the audio capture is fantastic. It has a static screen. If you get one with a flip screen, it's going to break in no time, so that's another thing to be very cautious of. But it works, it does what it says on the box, and I'm very happy with it. And also it has NFC wireless, so you can transfer data from this straight to your mobile phone whilst out in the field making a video, and you don't actually have to use any USB data cables to transfer that software. Another favourite I've got a few of are the GoPro Hero 4 series. Absolutely fantastic, tried and tested cameras, and they work very well for me. So with the cameras, you've got the Sony DSC-HX60, GoPro Hero 4 Silver Edition, GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition Plus. Quite old cameras now, however they still work absolutely perfectly. They don't have the screens on the back, unlike the Hero 4 does, but very good cameras. So for filming, just an additional extra to add to this, video lighting, to make this video a little better with its illumination, as I'm in a lit room. However, the lit room isn't light enough really to make videos in, so that's another thing to be very mindful of. So camera mounts, accessories and fixtures. So the small black tripod stands were Amazon, all aluminium, very lightweight, with a very good and very strong footprint. Camera tripods you can get brand new, second hand. This aluminium one here I bought on Facebook Marketplace for a tenner. Did some work on it, changed the ball head on the top. It's robust. You can throw it around, you can drop it, and it will still work, unlike some of the newer ones with plastic clamps. The black stand you see here is a modified lighting stand, which came with some softbox lighting. And I have made this adapter here, which is a GoPro angle orientation adapter. So it's 90 degree to 90, or to a 90 to a 90 with a different position. It has on top of that some black washers that are normal penny washers that have been bonded with resin and then stacked with washers and screwed through into the GoPro base. But it's very good if you're making films, and you want to show someone the process of making something. So you could be stood here in frame with this camera filming yourself. But if you wanted to then pick the camera up to film something, this one's actually on a magnetic base that I made, and you can then move the camera to the workplace. All it is some washers. They've been sprayed black. This one has a GoPro mount with a magnet on, and purely it clicks in place. Makes it a lot easier and quicker if you wanted to move the camera. Another key item for filming are sandbags and weights. You always need to have good sandbags or good camera weights on tripod stands. So if you're filming outside and it's slightly windy, it stops that wobble in the tripod, which then causes the jello effect in the moving frame of your photos. So accessory wise, things I use a lot are selfie sticks. The straight one you see here is what I favour to use with my Ricoh Theta 360 camera. Small little style tripod stands here, or just basically selfie sticks again. This is built by the company SJCam. A very good single stem pole. I've screwed that onto a small tripod base. You've got your SP Gadgets style GoPro selfie sticks again with the remote control housing, so you take the screen off and the remote control then sits inside. Very good if you want to do a lot of point of view filming and have your beautiful face in the video. GoPro chest harness, very good if you're working on equipment and you want it to be hands-free but also point of view, so the video will show your hands and the area of which your video is featuring. Just a quick thing, you can review footage live on most smartphones, and also these Removu R1 Pluses, which are wireless, like a backpack screen, but they were wireless monitors when they came out. I bought a few of these. They work very well, but again, it's something I think that's been discontinued now. Talking more GoPro remote controls, so you can see certain cameras have color coding on the back of them, so if you're looking at the back of the camera from a distance, you can then pair the appropriate remote control to the camera, and you know which button you're pressing to either activate the shutter or to record a film. These are very good, these mounts. These are Manfrotto super clamps, heavy duty aluminium cast with a very strong and secure clamping system. This one has the 1/4 inch or 1/4 American style stud in the top, and then I've just attached onto that a standard generic GoPro angle adapter. That's very good to use, always very good if the camera picks it up, to have safety tethers. So if you have this on the back of a van, or you want it somewhere where it's possibly at risk from falling, it's always good to tether those as well. Various clamp adapters for handlebars, very commonly found on eBay, Amazon. Absolutely dirt cheap, but very good for attaching onto poles, tools as well, roll bars on vehicles. Various sizes available of those. Small mounts that I've made from butchered old GoPro parts that failed. This was a GoPro crow's foot which snapped, so I machined it down on the grinder and then attached a stainless steel sprung tool clip to that, so that worked very good as a pole clamp. Same here with another one which was a utilised PVC conduit clip, then with a GoPro adapter I've screwed onto that so it fits onto poles very nicely as well. Recycled LED floodlight base foot stand with a 1/4 bolt in the bottom, but that's very good for low profile shots of a work area if you wanted to have a camera on the ground which is sturdy, and you can then adjust the actual angle of that, and then you have the pan as well, you can adjust the rotation. Very handy little piece of kit to have. These here arms are now, I'd say now 10 years old possibly. GoPro purchased these many years ago from a company called Hobby Mounts in Cornwall. These have been invaluable for camera mounting solutions and the best way to actually mount cameras with various angles or to lean over something. Wouldn't recommend you using these on a helmet because they are quite dangerous, and these are possibly the same style adapters that were used on a helmet when Michael Schumacher went skiing, and believably I think it punched through the helmet, and which has caused his brain injury. So not recommended for helmets, but very good if you want to extend the camera off of the tripod. Many years ago, when purchasing the GoPro Hero 3 Black Editions, these were the freebie mounts in the camera case to make it stand up in the box. Again, I've used this for a lot of applications as a flat surface stand, and I've simply put some self-adhesive felt on the back of that. Suction mounts for windscreens, very good, providing they're stored with some cling film over the suction pad to stop any grit or sand or any abrasives breaking that soft rubber seal, so that they fail then to stick onto windscreens. But providing they're kept clean and away from grit, they are very good. I wouldn't recommend using it long term on a piece of glass because they do fall off now and then. So again, tethering those would be quite a good point. But overall, that's a setup of the camera equipment that I use. I have got rid of now my big DSLR cameras, and I'm now just using the Sony, the GoPros that I have, and that suits me fine. But that's a basic summary of the style of equipment that I personally use to make videos. And from this video that you're watching now, it's not absolutely crisp and perfect. It is filmed on a phone in my hand. So it just goes to show that you can use anything to make a video. If you have any questions on any of the equipment shown, feel free to leave a comment below or message me. Again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. It helps my channel grow and gets more people to watch the content that I'm making. So therefore it shares it. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you hate the video, give it a thumbs down. Either way, it helps the analytics and it helps the growth and popularity of the content that I'm making. But thanks very much for your time. Thank you for watching. Look after each other and see you again soon. Bye bye.